A ship carrying blue paint has collided with a ship carrying red paint. Now, we know the sailors are unharmed, but they are still a bit marooned. Weird. Okay, next story. A truck carrying wigs has overturned on the M25, unfortunately causing all the wigs to spill across the road. Now, we do know that the police are still combing through the area. Hopefully this next story is a bit better. It has been reported that an ice cream factory in Ilford has set on fire. Thankfully, no one was hurt. However, the bad news is that there will be a shortage of ice cream, unfortunately, across the whole of Redbridge. Oh, what great news today. Well, we're going to go over to the court news and find out about a man who's apparently been sentenced to death. Hopefully there'll be a bit of justice in the world. In the case of this man being sentenced to death, we have a witness that has spent a couple of days with him. Can you tell us a bit more about who this man is?
Yeah, well, I didn't know him at all until last Sunday. I live in Jerusalem, and this guy just came into Jerusalem. He's called Jesus, and he's from Nazareth. But on Sunday, he came into Jerusalem just about the time that the Passover was starting. That's a really important festival. I'm Jewish, you see, so I celebrate the Passover as well as lots of other people in Jerusalem. And he came in to Jerusalem riding on a donkey. It was so weird. Like, why would you ride on a donkey if you're really important? Because you would know he was important because of how everyone was acting around him. They all took off their coats. Can you imagine their coats, like the most expensive thing that you would own, and put it on the floor just so his donkey didn't have to step on the ground? I was like, there's no way I was going to do that with my coat. But I did have a look and see what was going on, you know, because why wouldn't you? And I was quite impressed with him, you know. They're saying he's a king. I don't think they like him because they're jealous of him being a king. But he's kind of like, he's not all like proud and puffed up like a king, like, I'm here, you're here, I'm here now, you don't need to do anything. He's not like that at all. He's really like, I guess what you could say is humble.
That sounds really interesting. Was that the last time you saw this man?
Well, I thought it would be, right? Because I only saw him from a distance, even on the Sunday. But then I got a job on the Thursday. Somebody was having a Passover meal, and because they were visitors to the town, they needed somewhere to have it and some people to help cook. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll go. That's fine. I needed a bit of work. And when I got there, who should it be but Jesus and his friends? He had 12 friends. They call them disciples, I think, but it's a bit like his best friends. And they were all there having their Passover meal together. Well, if I thought there was something strange about this man on the Sunday, I haven't seen nothing yet. He took a bowl and washed the feet of his disciples. First of all, he took a towel and wrapped it around his waist, just like we do as servants. Now, do you know what? I guess you probably know the state of the roads in Jerusalem at the moment. No one's doing anything about it. The amount of times we've complained to the government, and no one is. If anyone's watching this, the roads in Jerusalem, not good. But they are absolutely filthy. They're full of muck and dirt. And it's always the likes of me that has to wash everyone's feet, because it's always the servant that doesn't want to do any other jobs. That they get the jobs that no one else wants to do. And I thought, oh, do you know what? These men's feet stink. I'm going to be the one that has to wash their feet. But Jesus took a bowl and washed their feet. This guy's supposed to be a king. Amazing. Honestly, I was so surprised when I saw that. And then he did something even weirder. When he was eating, he took bread and broke it and said, "This is my body." And then he took the wine and he prayed over it and he said, "This is my blood." And there was this hush. that fell over all of us. We were like, what's going to happen? And then he said that one of his friends was going to betray him. I don't know who it was in the end. I missed that bit. I got called back out in the kitchen. That's all I know. The only other thing I do know is that they went to the Garden of Gethsemane so he could pray. But I don't know what happened after that. I lost touch with it all.
Thank you for that information. We now have someone else who is the governor's wife. Her name is Claudia. Claudia, what is your role in all of this?
Well, last night I had this really weird dream. I'm not kind of a person who has lots of dreams, but I had this dream and it was so vivid. And it was about this man, Jesus, the one that everybody is talking about. And it was as if he was glowing with white light. He was like completely like pure and innocent. And then I just had this real urge. I needed to tell my husband, Pilate, that this man is an innocent man, because I think what is going to happen, I think what's happening is they're bringing Jesus to my husband, who is ruling over this city. And I think they want to harm him. Some people really want to harm him. So I sent a message to my husband. I sent a message with one of my servants to my husband to say that this man, Jesus, he is innocent. From this dream, I was just so sure. And if he's not innocent, that something really bad was going to happen. And then my messenger, he came back and he said that already Jesus had been taken to Pilate, and Pilate was asking him about, really, are you the Christ? Are you this person that has come from God? And Jesus, he didn't say anything. He just refused to say anything.
Wow. So what happened after that? Do you know?
Well, my messenger said what then happened was that my husband, Pilate, he turned to the people gathered into the room and said, what should I do? Every year I free a prisoner. We have Barabbas here. He is a convicted murderer. We know he's a bad man. We can set him free, or we can set Jesus free.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so do you know what happened after that? Who did the people choose?
Well, apparently that they were shouting, Barabbas, set Barabbas free, which I just find incredible. You know, he's a murderer. He's a really bad man. And then my husband, I don't know kind of what he was thinking or feeling about it. He turned to people and he washed his hands in a bowl of water and said, I'm washing my hands of this matter. It is your choice. And they continued to shout out, set Barabbas free. Kill Jesus, kill Jesus. And I think what happened is that they took Jesus away to be crucified.
Thank you, Claudia, for telling us what your role is in this quite interesting story. I think we're getting reports of an earthquake in Jerusalem. I think it's happened. I think they killed Jesus. I'm sure we just heard about how he's supposed to be an innocent man. What's happened? How have we reached this such bad news? We need to find out more information. I think we've got someone, a centurion, who witnessed the whole thing, and I think he had quite a key part in it all. Can you tell us more about what's just happened? What was your role in all of this?
Well, I was just given orders to kill this man. So we crucified him right here on the cross. But it was really strange, to be honest.
I heard that he was apparently innocent, but he still got killed. What was that about?
Well, this is just the overwhelming feeling I'm getting, really, because, you know, it just seemed really odd and strange. It wasn't normal. It just felt like there was something unique about this man. Surely there must be something strange about him.
Well, I did get reports of an earthquake. Was that in relation to this death?
Yes, it was. As soon as he died, there was this earthquake, and everyone here was surprised. And even you know, I hear that the curtain, the robe in the curtain in the temple split in two. This never happened. So it's just all these strange events surrounding this guy. Surely there must be something peculiar about this man.
Wow. Well, thank you for your account. Has your view completely changed of who this man was then?
Absolutely. There, like I said, something peculiar. He must be, surely this man must be the Son of God, I have to say. Shocking, really. Never happened in my entire time of, we don't get to choose who we kill, or, we just follow all orders. But with this man, it was just absolutely different. So I think he probably must have been the Son of God, to be honest.
Wow, well, thank you for your recount, and you heard it here first. Hopefully we'll have some better news. Starting with the weather this morning. On Monday, we are expecting sun, but unfortunately, it will be followed by a few showers in the afternoon, and eventually we'll be ending with snow. Great. Following on from Friday's news, we are going to Jerusalem because that went well last time. And we are greeted by a woman called Mary Magdalene, who is at a graveyard. Great. Mary. Hello, Mary.
I have got the best news ever.
Wow. Okay. Tell me more.
I can't even believe it. I don't even know if you could say it's news, because I can't even quite believe it's happened. But apart from the fact that I saw it with my own eyes,
What is it? Tell me.
I went to the graveyard this morning because obviously yesterday we couldn't go because it was the Sabbath, the day of rest on a Saturday. So you're not allowed to do any work on a Saturday. So I went this morning to go and see Jesus' body and to put some spices on it and to wash it and to make sure it was okay. And oh gosh, it was awful. It wasn't there.
What? The body wasn't there?
It wasn't there. You can see behind me the stone, that massive stone was rolled away over the tomb, and we looked for the body and it wasn't there.
Oh my goodness. Where was the body?
Well, we still haven't seen it, but we still can't find the body. But funny you should ask if anyone else was there, because there was somebody there. And I was thinking, right, okay, this is the gardener. What kind of a gardener steals somebody's body? This is so weird. Where has this gardener put him? So I went to the gardener and I said, please, please, please tell me, what have you done with Jesus? Because I couldn't find him anywhere and I was going frantic.
I can imagine. So what did he say to you?
Well, after a while, he asked me why I was looking for the living among the dead. I didn't understand what he was talking about. I wasn't looking for anyone living. I was looking for someone who died on Friday. I saw him. You were interviewing people. You know how awful it was on Friday. I don't know why he's asking me why I'm looking for the living among the dead. But then all of a sudden, it was like the penny dropped and I could see who I was talking to.
Who was it?
It was Jesus.
No.
He'd risen from the dead.
Are you joking?
No, I thought I was going mad. I thought I was seeing things, but I believe it. I believe that Jesus rose from the dead because he said he would do before he was killed. He said that he would rise from the dead in 3 days.
Oh my goodness. So what did you do after that?
Well, we went to tell the disciples. I think they're on their way now. We went to tell the other people the news that Jesus was risen.
Surely not everyone believed you.
Well, there was one person called Thomas that definitely didn't believe us, but we'll have to see how that one works out. It's a little bit like people aren't trusting us because we're women a bit, but actually we know what we saw.
Of
But
course
you know what the best thing about this though is that we've had so long of bad news.
we have. I know all about bad news.
Bad news after bad news, and I just thought, you know what? Let something good come for once. And I feel like now I've had this good news, it's like new life. I can kind of get on with the rest of my year, the rest of my life, knowing that there's good news for once.
Absolutely amazing. Well, there you have it, folks. This is the best news I've heard in a long, long time. That is truly good news.